Now, every Marga session helps the new members or the existing members to understand what is this BBB is all about, how to get more business, how to make sure that you understand how to do the networking and do it right. So generally, every state has a CM, correct? No, so we always expect that CM to do good for us, and CM is the person who defines everything good for the people. And for the state of Marga, which is a path to growth and success, we have a CM today, right? Which is none other than our coach Murali, right? We fondly call him as Coach Murali. And Mr. Muralidharan Bhargavabandhu is a serial entrepreneur with 45 years of experience, having built and scaled a dozen of businesses as a founder and chief coach of Marg Consulting. So, how apt this company name is. He has coached over 1,000 business owners and personally guided 300 plus businesses. A specialist in business turnaround and growth strategy and business health audits, Coach Murali believes that business is a game played in the mind and mastering it begins there. So without any further delay, I hand it over the mic to Coach. All is yours, Coach.
Please highlight the speaker, sir. And
yeah, I'm doing it. After introduction, I'm just doing it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Venkat. Yeah, thanks for those short words. Without much ado, let's get into the session. Can you please allow me to share the screen?
You can. You can. You are the co-host. You can.
Yeah, thank you. I will do that. Just confirm if you are able to see the screen. Are you?
Yes, yes,
Coach. Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so thank you all for being here. Right now, we have about 209 out of the 700 close to registration. So we expect people to join in the next few minutes. Super. Anyway, we'll just go ahead. Due respects to those who have joined on time. Thank you all for being here in the Marga. So thanks for the opportunity, Marga team, for this space to talk to people, to chat to people. I love to talk to people. I love to get into conversation with people. This is like going to be more of a conversation between you and me. Okay, so I'm a very strong follower of J. Krishnamurti. He used to say, guys, let's get into conversation. Let's get into a discussion. So it's going to be something like that. And the title is Business is a Game and Let's Play to Win. So that's the title with which we are going to discuss. I'm a very strong believer that business is a game. How many of you have ever looked at business as a game? I mean, maybe Venkat, you can just keep the chat on so that people can chat with me. So we'll be interactive. Would that be okay with you? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So if people believe that business could be a game, you can type B. Let's see how many B's are coming in here now. Yeah. Okay, can somebody tell me, I mean, why? I mean, you can just send a small message in the chat. Why do you think business is a game? Why do you think business is a game? Numbers matter, okay? You need to win, okay? Strategic practice, experience, chance, risk, outcome is what we do. Lovely, superb. Okay, paucity of time, so I will not be taking many. So fastest fingers first. Okay, so here, what is interesting is in a game, we have to play to win. I'll get into the details of why playing to win is more important. Is it really that we are playing to win? Is a question we are going to ask deeply. Okay. Now I will just set the context in place. So we are going to, broadly cover 4 titles. 1, business is a game, and where business is played. Okay, where this game is played, and how is it played, and how do we win this game? When we say business is a game, we need to know where it's played, how it's played, and how we win. Clear? Excellent. Superb, guys. So I'll be happy if you can raise your hands. You can just chat. You can go ahead. Yeah, we'll be in a conversation mode, right? So business is a game. Now, we all had a discussion as to why many of you think business is a game. And few of the answers which got is this. We need a foresight in a business, in a game. We are now trying to correlate the game and business. You need a foresight, right? You need to have a planning with respect to the environment, with respect to that particular game, with respect to the team with which we are going to play, with the players who are going to be there, how we are going to strategize with our specific game within our team. And many times, whatever we plan in the room is not going to happen in the field. Again, most important is in the game, as players, we have to be in the ground. If we are going to be in the gallery, then we will not be playing the game at all in the first place, right? So we are going to take a lot of decisions, momentary decisions, as the game is going. That's exactly what happens in a business. Business is no different. I mean, is my speed okay? This speed, or do you want me to reduce? In case anybody feels that this speed can be reduced, I'm okay with that. Superb. Friends, in a game, there is always the risk. There is always the reward. Now, it's the question of trying to understand whether the risk reward is being matched. There is no great game which doesn't have risks. Of course, we need to take calculated gambles sometimes, not just risk also. We go slightly overboard, like in business also. I've done it many times in my life, and I've got beaten too. Many times, like how it happens in a 20 T20. I've played many T20s in my life. Interestingly, risk comes with thrill. You are so thrilled to do certain things, like the adrenaline goes up like this for many of us. Of course, rewards are also there, only for those who play wisely. Many times, it is not just the thrill which can make us win. It is wise and prudent decisions which are going to make us win, which are going to give us the rewards. Yeah. Most of the times, it is the thrill of the adventure that overtakes fear. And we get into that particular action. Many a time, most of the decisions we take are kind of emotional for that moment. I remember Varadan, one of my old bosses, who used to say, a decision is the choice of alternatives at that point of time. I repeat, a decision is a choice of alternatives at that point of a time. It could have been wrong yesterday, it may be wrong tomorrow, but this moment, this second, that decision is right. That is what most of us as business owners do, right? Is that right? You can just say yes if you agree with me. Because we are just going to be, of course, we don't have time to speak to each other, at least through chat we can. How many of you agree with me? Is it not that we are taking decisions like that? Fast decisions, like we take like this, sometimes emotional too. Yeah. And I don't know how many of you know about him. That's why I just mentioned Thomas Watson, CEO of IBM, says, doing business is a game. And he calls it the greatest of the game because he played it, right? But underlining that message, he says, if you know how to play, it's not about just understanding and being aware that business is a game. We should know how to play it. I think it's getting interesting now, right? I don't know how many of you know him, because I had not known him long ago. I had known him only very recently. Nolan Bushnell, he says, business is a good game. Lots of competition and minimum of rules. But the score is with money. See, the objective and purpose of every business is to make money. If a business is making losses and losses over period, like what happened to CSK now, you are going to be out of the board, right? So there is no point. We need to keep winning. We may have losses, doesn't mean that we will stay with losses. We will have to, look at the ways and means of winning to the next level. Guys, can you tell me? Okay, now we are going into the second one. So the context of where business is a game has been said. Now we are going to understand where the business game is played? Can somebody tell me where the business game is played in the chat box, please? Where is it placed? Where is the business game played? Market, okay? Market. On the field, mine, Priya, brilliant. Mine, yes. Yes, that is what it is. The game called business is played here. It's played here. Many people think that it is money or a great product that is required to be in great business. Not exactly so, many, my dear friends. Most businesses have succeeded by playing the game here. I have done it many times, not only for me, for at least few hundred customers of mine, few hundred clients of mine. We have played this game together many a time. Okay, so business is a game which is played in the mind by the mind. Inside the mind, it is played. It is played again by our own mind. The place is mind and the player is also mind. I hope I'm clear. Am I? Okay. Next question. Friends, can you tell me in the chat box, why do businesses stay small? Small businesses are staying small. Why? Mindset, risk, okay? Lack of vision, complexity, investment, no clear plan, scale, fear. Brilliant. Because of fear, control, yeah? Because owners think small. Who said that? Rajesh Padmanabhan. Brilliant, Rajesh. That is the answer. Businesses stay small because
Thank you.
the business owners think and act small. At the same time, I have also noticed in many businesses, business owners who are small and who think big sometimes try to pretend or copy the bigger businesses. I'll give a typical example here. Guys, how many of you agree that house cat and a tiger both belong to the cat family? How many of you know that? You all know that, right? Both house cat and tiger belong to the cat family, right? Now tell me, how many of you think that a tiger can survive eating a mouse? Yeah? No? Okay. It cannot, never. Okay. Not sure. Brilliant. So I get many no's. Impossible. Too small. Yes. On the other hand, let's look at it like this. You have a house cat. Can it eat what a tiger eats? A deer? Something like a deer? It can't even eat a rabbit. I'm talking about the wild rabbit. So, small businesses will have to think and act. Small or big, what? They have to think big and act as what they are today. They have to work to become bigger, but they cannot copy the bigger businesses. The formulas which are followed by bigger businesses, I see this happening, that many people, like attending many sessions by Westerners, they say, okay, now I am this, I am going to become 100x, 50x, 20x overnight. It's not going to happen, my dear friends. So the biggest challenge I see with businesses who have, growth ambitions will have to see that they are preparing themselves. A house cat possibly can be eating a part of the deer to start with, but it has to possibly go to the forest and train itself. I mean, it possibly may not happen, but I'm just giving, this example may not suit here. Okay, right, guys. Now, how many of you have seen lily ponds and lotus ponds? How many of you have seen? Yeah, superb. Now, I want to know What is the height of the trunk of a lotus plant? 3 feet. Okay. Okay. 3 feet. Any other answers? Depth of the water in the pond. Who said that? Yeah, 2 feet. Water level. Raghavan. Yeah, as deep as the pond. 1 feet. Yes. We are getting many answers. 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet. Water's depth depends on the level of the water. Yes, my dear friends. Here, I would like to call upon the support of a great leader who lived about 2000 years back, 2300 years back, Thiruvallur. Okay, many of you may not know Tamil here, so I will translate. I will first read out. வெள்ளத்து அணையத மலர் நீட் வெள்ளத்தணைய மலர் நீட்டம் மாந்தர்தம் உள்ளத்தணையது உயர்வு. One of the greatest, for me it's a sloka. I chant it every day. For me it's a sloka. There is no session which goes without this. The depth of the water determines the height of the lotus. And in the second stanza, Valluvar says that the level of one's thoughts determines one's height. Period. My dear friends, period. So your size of the business is decided here in the mind, not with the kind of money that I have, not with the kind of resources, not with the team, not with the market, not with the kind of product that I have. I become as big as I think I should. Agreed? I hope. Are we all in agreement? If you are in agreement, say yay. Are we in agreement? If we are, just type yay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, friends. So many of you are in alignment and agreement. Excellent. Thank you for that. Now, just look at it like this. There are 4 friends who studied in the same school, same college, studied the same subject, same year. They started similar business, same time, with a kind of same, because their family also, is very close. Say, let's assume each one started with a 10 crore investment in their business. Down the line, 5 years from now, they are starting today or started on Akshaya Tritiya yesterday. Do you think after 5 years from now, are all the 4 or 5 businesses going to be doing the same turnover, same profit, same everything, friends? How many of you think that they'll be doing? No, come on, yaar. See, we have been taught something extremely well, right? You know what we have been taught by many? We have been taught that businesses are dependent on systems, businesses are dependent on processes, and businesses have to be in autopilot mode. Is that right? Correct? No, that's what we have been taught. So then what is the biggest difference? It is this man who is running the business who makes all the difference, my dear friends. So by taking care of your mind, by taking care of your thoughts, one vachanam in all languages, manasa vacha karmana, thoughts, words and deeds. In every language you have this. Okay. I don't want to get into other languages because there are so many people who speak so many languages here. By just taking care of your business is taken care of, friends. This may sound like a philosophy. Yes, it is, but a proven philosophy. Okay. And you may wonder why Michelangelo is being brought here. I've seen one of the brightest, quotes from Michelangelo. Okay. The greater danger for most of us lies in not setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. Let's say we have a target of, say, 10 crore, 20 crore, 30 crore this year. Let's say somebody is fixing a 50 crore target. And that poor fellow, from 25 crore, he has fixed a target of 50 crore, 2x. He has achieved only 46 crores. Somebody who is doing similar business, say 25 crores, has fixed a target of 35 crores and he has achieved 38 crores. Which situation is better? The danger lies in fixing a smaller target and achieving. It is not in fixing bigger targets and falling short. When we fix a bigger target, we work for that. Okay. Now we are also going to understand, we are going to the third question. Why do people play the game? Sorry, it is play. It's a typo error. Sorry about that. There are three types of people. Okay, let's look at that. Some people play to win. Some people because they can't leave. They are left with no choice. They are stuck in the game. Like imagine last 4 overs, knowing that the match is already lost. Somebody has to complete the 20 overs. Yeah, we have seen those situations happening. They have to play because you can't leave. You have to play. Very well, no choice for you. But there are some people who play not to lose. They play not to lose. Okay. Now, one question I would like to ask you guys. Please check with yourself. This is a question that we are going to ask each one of us, and we are going to all honestly answer ourselves. Are we all playing to win? Are we all playing to win?
Yes.
Really? I would like to now ask the next question. Okay? Really? Just look at this. Not always, yeah, somebody is being honest here. Venkat, you can just tell me, I have another what? 5 minutes, right? 4 minutes?
2.5 minutes. You have 2.5 minutes more.
Super.
Timer
So-
is on my video.
Yeah. So there are 5 things which stop us from growing to the next level, friends. You know what they are? 1, mother of all, fear, self-doubt, shame, guilt, and self-pity. Overcoming all this is what is the game that we have to play here, and which is going to change the game called business. Harvaker says, I don't know how many of you have heard about Harvaker and attended Harvaker sessions. I am a big fan of Harvaker. Rich people play the money game to win, and poor people play money game not to lose. My dear friends, my request is please play to win. Please do not play not to lose. Okay? By playing not to lose, you know what happens? The chance to win ceases to exist. I repeat, by playing not to lose, the chance of winning is eliminated. How do we win this game? Simple. Make a sankalpa. My Guruji used to say, you may fail, your sankalpa will not. Sankalpa is so powerful, he will say. I have strongly believed in that. I have achieved, I have seen it in my life happening. So once you take a sankalpa, everything will fall in place. But in business, you also have to just, taking sankalpa is not going to take you to the next level. You have to create more value. And I believe strongly in more new customers buying more new products, more new customers buying more frequently from us. And of course, the focus is going to be on net growth in terms of the customers. There are 3 daily activities, my dear friends. You can take this as an exercise today. There are 3 daily activities I strongly recommend to every business owner. Every day you have to generate leads. No way out. And every day you have to close deals and serve the paying customers. Period. So that decides the fate of the game. Okay? And I'll just close with Sydney Sheldon. Business is a game played for fantastic stakes. You are in competition with experts. If you have to win, be a master of the game. There is no point just being there in the game. We have to be the masters. We have to. To grow to a big business is difficult. Choose your difficulty. I repeat, to be small in business is difficult. To grow to a big business is difficult. Choose your difficulty, my dear friends. All that comes from here. Okay, I am done. So I just want
Fantastic, coach.
3 points. I hope I'm on time, Venkat.
Yeah, you're done.
of yourself, play to win, not to lose, and create more value. My dear friends, take a sankalpa that success is the only option. Success is the only option for us all. Thank you all for the great time. Thank you.